Ashe, Ashe. I'm going to do a psychic channel reading um, on Dylan Morrison. You guys can go back to my videos that I have done on Dylan. This is not my first video, and I'm going to say this in the beginning of the video for entertainment purposes, but use discernment. Dylan Morrison is a young TikTok star from the United States. She's recently been in the news for her roommates that have been um, murdered. Okay. Um, she was born in 2001. She was just 21 years old. Now she's 22. She was born and brought up in Boise, Idaho, in the United States. She lives separately with her roommates while her parents were also in the same city. There's no information available regarding her siblings. Okay. Um, Now, what I know, what I'm seeing is Mormon. Okay, she is Mormon. She's definitely Mormon from a Mormon faith. Um, Now she was born, like I said, a boy, and she survived. Her and Bethany Funk survived. They're the only two surviving victims of the Idaho killings. Now, are they suspects? Okay. Yes, they are suspects. Because they're the only two surviving victims. Okay. Now, was this horrific? Yes, it was. God rest these four people's souls that have crossed over. Okay. Um, this case from the beginning has been the most bizarre crime investigation that I've done as a psychic. The reason why is because the web. Okay, the web. Okay, I see a web here. Okay, and it's all over the place. Okay, now you can go back on my readings I did on Dylan. Okay, now what's interesting with Dylan though, the reason why I kept bringing up Dylan in all my reads is because I was led to her with discernment. Okay, now there was a lot of videos that were taken down um, and flagged. Okay, and I asked myself, why are certain videos of mine being flagged? Okay, you guys have not seen me on here for a while because I have been flagged where I cannot even go live on YouTube. Okay, and I asked myself why only certain videos that I talk about are being flagged. Okay, and now I'm understanding why. Okay, the censorship. Okay, so I have to be careful how I use my words because this is the last time somebody wants my actual page shut down, basically. And it's sad because, psychics, we can solve cases. Okay, they have used psychics. They still do use psychics to solve cases. Okay, now I want to go. Now we know I don't want to talk about the people that crossed over, okay? Because I have did videos on them, and it's just sad. It really is sad, okay? But let's go. So the timeline is definitely off, you guys. The timeline is way off, okay? Also, there's somebody that Dylan is associated with that has a very powerful person that can make stuff. How can I say this? Just very powerful. Okay. Um, that's all I'm gonna say. Now I see her. This is interesting. Her and Bethany Funk were the surviving roommates, right? Now, what is so interesting? Her and Bethany Funk knew each other before they got into, um, before they moved into this house. Okay, the house, as roommates. Okay, they knew each other prior. Okay, this is what I'm picking up, and I've been picking this up from day one. Okay. Now, the reason they're not putting her zodiac sign, I guess, because the astrologers can figure out who she really is. I mean, obviously, if you're psychic or astrology, you don't have to use astrology, but clairvoyancy, you can pick this energy up right away. Okay. Um, Now, also what they say religion, they use Christianity. They don't put Pacific religion, but I'm seeing Mormon faith here. Okay, Mormon faith. Now, I'm channeling her right now. What I do see is some kind of protective custody. This is what I'm seeing. Okay. Um, what else am I seeing? It's interesting because I'm looking out here, where the setting that you guys see in front of me, and wherever she's at is very rural, a rural area, very rural. Okay. Now I'm seeing beyond this. Okay. Um, you have to drive like back. It's a long driveway. Okay. Very rural area. Where, what am I seeing here? Now you see them fences that are in front of you, in front of that you guys can see. It's something like you drive back. Okay. It's very rural area. Okay, I'm not going to say too much where she's at because she's obviously in protective custody. But I see where she's at. This is interesting. Now she has lost weight, and my head's starting to hurt, you guys. Hold on. My head is starting to hurt. Wherever she's at is really hot. My head's starting to hurt. Um, whew, she's on some kind of medication. That's all I'm feeling right now. Oh shoot. Um, she's not sleeping. She wasn't eating at a period of time. And she's getting these headaches. Okay. Um, it feels like the walls are caving in on me right now as I'm speaking. You guys, I don't want to be in this energy. Um, like the room is closing in on me. Okay. Um, so it seems like there's no freedom of movement. This is interesting. And there's somebody watching, like eyes, all eyes, okay? But it's like for her, she's feeling like the room is like you know how to like not literally speaking, but the room is closing in and like like the room is just gonna suck her in or something. That's what I'm feeling. But with her head, she's getting headaches. Um, she has lost weight. I see weight. Her weight has dropped. Um, Now I do see a masculine here. See a couple masculine. She has a lot of masculine energy around her. This is interesting. She has a lot of masculine energy around her. She can't even make phone calls, you guys. Like, you know how we pick up our phone and call out? She can't do none of that. She is in like complete isolation here. And it's messing with her mentally. Um, this is interesting. Um, all right, let me see what else I can read because what I'm seeing, I really don't want to say too much. Wow. Go back to my videos that I did on Dylan. Okay, I did so many videos on Dylan Morrison. It's unreal. Um, hold on. Now her weight is interesting because she was already skinny, but I see her even more skinny. But there's a lot of masculine around her. And I see there's cameras and this very long road. But it goes all the way back to this. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you guys. Um, I don't know how much communication she has with the outside world, but it's not much. Okay, not much at all. Wow. Now, if we go back to her video, is it her mother or her stepmother work for the school? One of them work for the school, okay? The college. Now, I think it's Bethany Funk. Okay, because I'm seeing Bethany here too. This is interesting because Bethany's coming forward. Now, what's okay? Bethany and Dylan both okay. They both made statements to the police, but it's interesting because both their statements. Okay, I don't know if they were like, okay, this is what we need to say for the police to come. I don't know. This is really bizarre. Okay. But I see that there's something in their statements is not adding up. Okay. Like, you know how you add 1 + 1 = 2? Okay. Their statements are not adding up. Okay. This is what I'm getting. Their statements are not adding up. The time is definitely off here. Now, with Bethany is interesting because this is Dylan, but Bethany's coming forward, okay? My ancestors are saying, talk about Bethany, talk about Bethany, okay? So let's talk about Bethany. What am I seeing here? Who is Bethany Funk? All right. All I'm going to say, you guys, is go back to my previous videos that I've did on Dylan Morrison. I think I did one video on Bethany Funk. Okay, there's somebody, I don't know, because I'm seeing politicians. Somebody has politicians in their family, okay? But they're bringing me to Bethany Funk, okay? Thank you. All right. So I see where Dylan's at, the road, the environment. There's a lot of masculine, like I said, around her. She has lost a little bit more weight. I mean, she was already skinny, okay? Um, Now I want to go, because you guys, I haven't been really following this case. It's been a while. But I just wanted to talk about it. So it's interesting that we've seen Dylan Morrison's father. Okay. He always came forward, right? As the father. But the mother is interesting. I'm seeing two mother figures here. Okay, two mother figures. So I don't know if she has two mothers here or two mothers raised her, okay? I'm seeing like a Mormon. You know how the Mormons have these big families and they have all these children, and you have one mother and she's the mother. She may have had the baby, but she's the mother of the other children. This is what I'm kind of seeing, okay? This kind of um upbringing. Yeah. This wasn't a good upbringing. This was not a good upbringing. Um they bring me back to her past. Wow, this girl struggled with her identity. Now, it's interesting because she was like 20, she's 21. Am I seeing 21? Okay. Now, I had to be careful with my words here, you guys. It's interesting because you guys, what I'm seeing, and this is going to sound crazy, I'm seeing a girl, I'm seeing Dylan Morrison for entertainment purposes, but I'm also seeing another girl. Like, you know how, okay, you have Dylan Morrison, and then you have a girl that looks like Dylan Morrison, right? And you say for her to go out to the store or something, right? And like just follow her to see who's following her type of thing. Like, this is bizarre what I'm seeing, but this is what I'm seeing. Okay. So the girl that we're actually seeing, okay, from a distance, because we're not seeing her up close, so you can't really get a good look at her, right? So it's like a decor, like somebody else. This is what I'm seeing. This is not funny, but this is what I'm seeing. So people have said they have spotted her out. Okay. Um, I don't know who said they seen her, because obviously they did not see her. It was not her. It was somebody else. Okay, that's who they're seeing. Like a D, like a. This is interesting because I'm seeing her in witness protection. This is why I have to be careful of the words I use. Okay. Um. But if they say they seen her out, there's obviously did not see her out. Okay, they seen somebody else. Now I see. Now there is a picture of her mother here, but I see more than one mother raising her. So I'm seeing two people, two feminine energies raise her. And it's interesting because there's nothing about her siblings, okay? Because I'm seeing a lot of like a Mormon. You know how you raising a Mormon and you have like all these siblings, okay? This is what I'm seeing. Um, I'm seeing brothers and sisters, okay? I'm seeing somebody that was really what when I always picture her, it brings me back to that one picture of her. I think it was like Halloween, and she was sitting on the floor, and her face, okay? I'm being always brought back to that image for some reason. And I'm being brought back to that mask, the mask, that pink mask, okay? The pink mask. Um it was the pink mask she was wearing, okay? I don't know how the pink mask and what it has to do with this case, but the pink mask. She's worrying about some pink mask, okay? Um, but I feel my head is hurting a lot. So she's getting like headaches. Um, there's so much hidden about her. And the reason why I think it's hidden is because of if we find out this information, um, this is going to make her look really bad, okay? Um, and her family really bad. There's a lot of shady people in these webs of lies. The timing is definitely off. Um, and she definitely knows more than what she's saying. Um, and I'm keep seeing this pink mask, you guys. Okay, now, and I keep being brought to um that picture with her. And she had a wig on. Okay, I think it was like Halloween or something. But there was stuff going on inside that house prior to this happening. And I don't. People keep saying that she was being bullied, but it wasn't that. Okay, it was if it wasn't that at all. Okay, it was really she was a bullier. Okay, um, because she was insecure about who she really was. Okay, because if they found out who she really was, um, and I believe that I know for a fact that two of them found out, well, more than two of them knew who she really was. They found out. Um, and she wouldn't be able to be where she was at. Okay. To put it like that. Um, and this is crazy what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing a lot of masculine energy around her. She is in some kind of protective custody here. And that's as far as I'm going to go. on Dylan Morrison. But do I believe that she had something to do with this? Yes, I do. Do I believe that the timeline is off? Yes, I do. Um, do I believe she knew Bethany Funk prior? Yes, I do. Whoever this mature woman is, she has a lot of power, and a lot of money. Um, and there's more to her story, just like there was more to the other children's story. But you heard about the other children, because I keep seeing them as children. I'm sorry, you guys. Other um, young adult story. You knew who their parents were. With Dylan, it's like, why is it so hush hush? Why? Because there's more to her story. Okay, put it like that. And if her story is told, her real true story, um, will she be charged? I mean, obviously yes, because she lied about a lot of stuff here. Okay. Um, but this is what I'm getting as a psychic. I'm not using no cards, you guys. I'm just channeling her energy. Um, and honestly, you guys, I don't believe this is ever going to come out. I believe that they are going to have, they're going to, it's going to be like everybody against everybody, okay? Um, and there is discrepancy in the timeline. There's discrepancy on this whole case, okay? Um, and their statements, there's discrepancy in their statements, okay? They're both of their statements, Bethany Funk and Dylan Morrison Funk statements, they have changed their statements. So an honest person is going to continue with the same statement. If you have to change your story over and over and over and over and over, what are you hiding? Okay, what are you really hiding? Okay, if you're telling your truth, you only have to tell your story one time. Okay, if you're hiding something, you have to tell the story so many times in a different way to hide the truth. Okay, this is what I'm picking up, you guys. I have picked this up from day one. I will continue to stand on this. But this video is for entertainment purposes, but this read is a read I'm doing today and I have done in the past on Dylan Morrison. And you guys can go back into my previous reads. I have did a read on her and I got a lot of people were getting flagged and a lot of their videos were being taken down. Okay, so I don't know if this video will stay up. Okay, but this is the read that I got on Dylan Morrison on the Idaho 4, and rest the souls of the victims that were taken. Their life was taken and their life was cut short. All right, you guys, this is Jennifer Felix. I'm sending you light and love, my beautiful souls.